What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the Transformers Studios Series 107 Predacon Scorponok. This figure is honestly one of the best army builders you could buy in 2024. I got this figure at GameStop for $24.99, and I will tell you that this figure is actually pretty much worth the price. So in this video, we're going to be going over the figure. We're going to be taking a look at articulation, details, transformation, so on and so forth. So without further ado, let's get started with the box. Here we have Scorponok's box, and honestly, the CGI is so good. I mean, just look at it; it's so nice. We can see that this clearly represents how Scorponok and all his little clones in the film did look like. However, the only inaccuracy that I do notice is that this is in purple, whereas all the Scorponoks in the film were like mostly reddish and kind of bluish. Now they made this purple because they try to like similar to other characters G1 inspire it, or in this case Beast War inspire it and made it purple. But anyways, I do like it. It does give it a nice flair. We have 107 Studio Series Deluxe Class. Top of the box we get Transformers Rise of the Beasts. On this side of the box we get the same CGI we see right here. Transformers Authentic, the same thing in the front. And in the back we get some nice product shots of Scorponok in his scorpion and robot form. His iconic movie scene says Rainforest Fight, and right here it says on the little bio, Scorponok faces against his enemies, the Maximals. He transforms in 20 steps from Scorpion to Robot mode. There's his backdrop. Now, similar to Rhinox, I believe that this was a scrapped idea of Scorponok appearing because he did not appear in any rainforest fight scene. He did appear in the beginning of the film when in the Maximal Planet. I'm pretty sure it would have said Maximal Planet and not rainforest fight. But anyways, that doesn't matter. All that matters is the figure. Let's check that out. We have the backdrop. The backdrop looks really nice. We get a nice river, we get some some rocks, we get some plant life and nice vegetation. Now this scene for Scorponok is inaccurate, as we know Scorponok only appeared in the beginning of the film and toward the end of the film, and it wasn't even Scorponok, more of his clones. So this background doesn't really match, but you could actually add Scorponok right there, and he does look really well. And I think that this looks solid, and I'm pretty sure if they were to add like a concept Maximal, probably Rat Trap or Tigertron, they could use this background or the one they used for Optimus Primal. So without further ado, let's take a look at the details. Here he is. Here's Scorponok out of the packaging, and my goodness, this figure actually looks so good. Just take a look at the detail that this figure has. Now, we've never seen Scorponok transform in the film, so this is basically one of Hasbro's first concept art series they have done besides Thundercracker and Megatron and Sunstreaker, which we'll take a look at shortly after this one later on the channel. This figure has a lot of nice details, so we could just imagine how the designers were hoping to make this guy look like in the film, and I think they've done a really good job. If we take a look at the head sculpt, it looks really nice, gives that kind of Michael Bay Transformer vibe. Right here we have a nice set of details. Right here, this abdomen region is painted in nice gold. Right here, this other abdomen region is sculpted really nice in gray, painted in metallic purple. Right here, sculpted in purple, painted really well. Right here we can see some nice sculpt work and details. Right here we could so tell that this is like a killer robot, and just look at those hands, they look really well. Probably the only complaint I do have is the hands not looking so threatening. They just look more plasticky and more toy-like. I feel like if they looked similar to like this in his scorpion mode, these are his scorpion hands, which we'll take a look at later. If they looked more like that, I'm pretty sure that this would actually like make me like the figure more. Turn attention toward the back side, we get the nice scorpion back, which we'll pay attention more in scorpion mode, but we see a nice Predacon symbol right there. Looks really cool in the back, no kibble whatsoever. Looks really nice, and it just looks so good. Now speaking of looking so good, let's see how so good he looks like with other Transformers. Here I brought in the previously reviewed on this channel Studio Series Optimus Primal, and Optimus Primal, it's a Scorponok, he towers over him. And I think that this is probably a good scale if Scorponok did appear in the film, compared next to Optimus Prime, Optimus Primal, and the other main characters of that film. And if he did appear, I'm pretty sure this would be pretty nice. And let's check out how Optimus Primal scales in his 8th mode next to Scorponok. We have Cheetor, which is a Voyager class, and Scorponok is a Deluxe class, so we can see the entire size difference, which is really vast. It's similar to Optimus Primal. Here I brought in Rhinox here, and the reason I brought in Rhinox, besides of being a character in the film, is that Rhinox and Scorponok, they do look really great. They make really great companion pieces. As in the film, Rhinox was storming through a bunch of Scorponok clones and a bunch of those Terracons. They looked really cool, so if you had one of these in its robot form, you could have these charging against the main character cast. Some fast comparisons here. I have Rise of the Beast Bumblebee, Mirage, Air Razor. A figure that has not seen the review station in over a year, the Studio Series SS Grinder slash Blackout. Of course, what kind of review would this be if we didn't bring in the original Scorponok, the Kingdom Scorponok? And I think that what's it called, Rise of the Beast, the designers for this figure took a lot of inspiration from this one. As we can see, it has the same purple, has the same kind of like gold center right there. The head shape is entirely different because like obviously they needed to make this original, and I think they've done a really good job at translating from cartoon to live action, and I think it's very phenomenal. Another 2024 figure being Scrap Heap, Junk Heap. I forgot the name of this one, but that one Junk Heap that got released this year. And possibly one of our next reviews being the Transformers Studio Series 111 Sunstreaker. And here we have Optimus Primal being compared next to Scorponok and Scorponok to Optimus Primal. Obviously, we never saw Scorponok transform, like I said before, but I'm pretty sure this is accurate too. If he did appear, and if those other Predacons that were originally supposed to appear in this film did appear, so I think that this is pretty cool, and I think it's a really well done alliteration of this figure. Now, as far as articulation goes for this figure, this articulation is alright. He has a ball joint on the arm, so he could do a full 360, could move a lot of directions. He has a what's it called? A bicep swivel, so it could do a full 360. He has a hinge joint. He has double hinge joint at the elbow, mostly due to transformation, but you could get him in some sick dynamic poses, and it would look really cool. He has a slight waist rotation, kind of restricted due to the kibble on the back. Right here, he has thigh rotation, which could go a full 360. He has a ball joint in the leg, so he has a lot of range of motion. He could do the splits, could go back to about this far and up to this far. He has a knee joint right there, and has a ball joint on the foot, so could have a lot of range of motion. So yeah, his articulation is really fair. I really think that they've done it very simple, and they've kept it ground based. They haven't done anything so crazy. Now his accessory being his scorpion tail or the whip, or his whip, you could it has three joints right here. This part, you have this part right here, and you have this part right here, and it has even a fourth joint right here, mostly to peg onto the arm or the back. Now right now I'll demonstrate how to do this. So you're gonna get the peg right here. It's gonna go basically where his butt is, right here. It's gonna just peg right there. You're just gonna have it right there, or you could just have it facing the other way and just curl in the tail so that it just falls in right here, and it could even act like as a second arm or something. Looks really cool. Or you could attach it right here to the arm right here. Has a peg right here. You could turn this all around, make sure that this goes right here, and then you're gonna just push this right there, and then you have this whip coming out of his hand. And I'm pretty sure this kind of matches the whole theme of Rise of the Beast, because in Rise of the Beast we always see the weapon always form out of the character's hand, and like if it's part of the character. I really do like it, and it looks really cool with the whip. So with the whip, he could just slash out on the Autobots or Maximals and take them all on at once, and it just looks really cool. So now let's transform this guy. So for transformation, we're going to try to get this to this. Now this transformation is going to be different. Typically, you usually hear me talk throughout the transformation. However, this time I'm trying to switch it up and change it up, and I want to see if you guys like the new form of me transforming these figures, or if you want the old form. I'm pretty sure you guys are going to like this one. So without further ado, let's get started. And now we have Scorponok fully transformed into his Scorpion mode, and honestly, the Scorpion mode might be the best in the collection. I really do like it. Just bringing in the figure in for a closer look, we can just take a look at the details on this figure. We can see we have a really nice head sculpt right there. The singer looks really, really nice. It's painted in metallic silver, sculpted and painted in purple, sculpted in gray. Right here on the top of the Scorpion mode, we can see the Predacon insignia right there. Looks really, really cool. I like how the arms do form into the claws, which is a very great integration, and it's not like the previous one where like the whole thing was the claw where like you have to but in this one you have to combine, and we could even see some nice details. Just look at the claws itself. We can see like some drilling details, some silver, some purple, and it looks really, really nice. Just taking a look at the side profile of the figure, we can see some nice metallic silver for the legs, and the scorpion, I mean the robot form legs before become the hind legs for the scorpion mode, which is kind of lazy design, but I think this is the best they can do, and I think it was really well done. I think this is a solid mold, and I don't think they should improve on it or do anything else to it. I think it's perfect the way it is. I think it's really, really well done. Now this figure actually scales really well with other figures such as Optimus Primal and the other Maximals, and even scales well with the Autobots as well. And this honestly gives me Rise of the Beast vibes. You could tell this is from the film. And unfortunately, the only downside of this figure is the color. In Rise of the Beast, they were about all red. However, this one is blue just to be Beast Wars inspired. But to bring that in, I'm just bringing in the Kingdom, Beast Wars, Scorponok, and here we can see there is a difference and there is some similarities. Mostly that they are both scorpions and they're the same character, but the main difference is obviously the design. And I do like how the head for the scorpion mode and the head for the robot form for the new Studio Series version is the same. However, this one was two different heads, which I don't mind, but I personally like this one. It gives it like kind of this like more villainous vibe. I really do like this figure. So, some final thoughts for the Transformers Studios Series 107 Scorponok. Perfectly a really nice executed figure. This honestly replicates how he looked in the film, except for the color. I really do like the articulation. It's really fair for a deluxe class. I do like the integration between the arm becoming the whip, and it looks really, really cool. Very unique. I do like the transformation. It's very simple and very straightforward. It's not like other figures who are a little bit more complex. So I really did like this one. This one was very simple. He has a lot of nice detail, and honestly, if I had more money on hand and if there was more Scorponoks, I would probably buy 2 or 3 more just to army build this guy, and it looks really cool. I do recommend if you are going to pick this guy up, you should army build him as well, as this would look really, really cool. And next year around this time, we are probably already going to be seeing the repaint slash remold of this one called Double Punch, which is going to look really cool. This figure scales well with other figures as well. It looks really well with the new universe Transformers such as Mirage. It looks good with the Bumblebee movie characters. Even looks good with Bayverse figures, which honestly looks so sick. I really like pairing this with Grindor, and we could recreate like the sands the desert scene from Transformers 1. Looks really, really cool. So all in all, I think this figure is really well done. I recommend you should pick him up. You could pick him up at GameStop, Target, Walmart, or Amazon or Hasbro, whichever is available on the online retailers, or even Big Bag Toy Store, and I think Entertainment Earth. I'm not so sure about Entertainment Earth. I haven't purchased from them, but you could also get it from TF Store. So there is multiple places you could get this figure at this decent price, which is $24.99, which is the MSRP price. So I do recommend this guy. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, leave a nice comment. Until the next one, we'll see you there. Thank you for watching.